Konnichiwa, Diagwit, August, hello. We are Cruachan. We're talking to you today from Dublin in Ireland. We just want to say a few messages to thank you for buying our new CD, The Morrigan's Call. This is our first release in Japan, so for us it's a very historic moment. We're very privileged and we feel very honoured to finally have our CDs available in your country. The Morrigan's Call was recorded in Dublin last year in 2006. The title of the album is derived from Celtic mythology and Irish mythology. The Morrigan was a battle goddess. She was the goddess of war, and the actual call, the call of the Morrigan was the call to death. So there's a few songs on there which have various different themes, but a lot of them are to do with death, and the Morrigan's Call sums it up. I'm now going to introduce you to the members of Cruachan. This chap here is my brother John. He's one of the founding members. He plays tin whistle, flute, recorder, uilleann pipes and various other wind instruments. Behind John we have another John. This is John Ryan. He plays fiddle, mandocello, bouzouki, banjo, a lot of other strange Celtic instruments as well as bowed bass. Then we have Karen, our lead singer, and she plays percussion as well. On my right we have John Clohessy from Wicklow in Ireland. He plays bass and bits of percussion, some backing vocals as well. And very last we have Colin Purcell. Colin is actually the newest member. He replaces Joe Farrell, who left the band only recently. And then we have myself. I'm Keith. I sing, play electric guitar, keyboards and a few other folk instruments. That's really it. We're going to speak now about some of the songs on the album, just to give you an idea and a flavour of what they're about, what inspired us to write them, and how they got to be what they are on the actual album.
Keith and Karen, the last song on the album, The Morrigan's Call, I think it's called Dermot and Grania. Yeah, can you tell me a bit about that recording?
Dermot and Grania was the kind of nightmare song to record on the album.
Why?
It took us about a day.
Yeah, it was a nightmare to record because we had electrical issues and Karen got an electric shock in her mouth.
Yeah.
And her tongue went numb. I mean that's
Has she recovered from that?
No.
No,
How's your numb tongue?
a phase down.
Her numb tongue.
No.
But yeah, it was a nightmare to record because
We just couldn't sing it right, and we had to just kind of redo it all over again.
Did you get it right in the end?
We did, and it sounds fantastic.
Excellent.
we're really happy with it. But a lot of the words that I wrote there's too many words to squash into a bit that size. That many words, and that was the little vocal part. But we managed. We managed.
We did.
Were there any other challenges on the album, recording wise?
No.
Excellent.
Except for all the other challenges, of course.
Would they be the songs?
Sorry?
Would they be the songs?
Yes, a lot of the songs were challenging.
John Ryan from Cruachan, can you tell us about the instruments you used on The Morrigan's Call?
Sure. We have used a variety of traditional Irish musical instruments and also classical musical instruments on The Morrigan's Call. We used an instrument called the mandocello, which is a 10-string mandolin, but it's quite big. It's almost the size of an acoustic guitar. But we basically tuned it so that we could play traditional Irish music on it. We also played banjo and some fiddle on the track called The Great Hunger. We used a 300-year-old violin. It sounds very harsh, and we chose it particularly for that track. It sounds very harsh indeed. Also, we used something else.
And where did you learn to use all these instruments?
I grew up on a farm, and my daddy used to put me on his knee and say, "Hey, play that fiddle, bitch." So I did.
So was it a matter of life and death that you should learn this?
Yeah, definitely. But seriously, on the album, we also have one of my friends came in and played the Irish harp. And that sounds quite good. It's on Shelob and what else?
I believe it's on
Cruachan as well. So and also on
It's on
Dermot and Grania. Yeah. So lots and lots of cool different instruments.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan.
My name is John O'Fahey, and not only do I play in Cruachan, I also do all the artwork, except for one album which was done by John Howe, one of the designers for Lord of the Rings. Right, the Morrigan's Call, basically what the concept of the art is death, basically, because the Morrigan, as you now know, is the goddess of war and symbolises death. Also on the cover are lilies, which are given over here in any way as a symbol of death. There's skulls, there's mushrooms, everything on it is just symbols of death. That's it.
You start and then. Alright,
lads.
how are we now?
What's the story?
Not much. So with you?
Hang on, so first think about before we do it. Seriously. No, I'm just gone.
So, you've joined Cruachan, have you? How are you?
How are you?
We're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, something more.
So John, tell us about what was your favourite experience on a European tour?
The Aran Islands.
Oh, I like the Aran Islands. It was nice. However, my favourite experience is drinking vodka with crazy Russians.
On a train from Pskov to Moscow.
Possibly was. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember. I know the train did stop at one stage because the engine left the carriages behind.
What happened with that engine, John?
Well, as far as I can recall, now this is a hazy kind of memory I have.
I have to say. I can't stand there and keep my focus right.
So
just every now and then.
John.
This time you have to pop your head up every now and then.
My God, you're going bald.
No,
You're
I'm not.
no.
Oh, do you want to talk to me about my going
You're
bald?
seriously going bald. Fucking hell.
I go across.
John, so
Just wheel across.
so our friends in Japan might have some cures for your baldness. Maybe you can ask them. You can plead with them to give a cure for his baldness.
Do you have any cures for my baldness? What? No? Okay.
John Clotty is from Kildare. He's the people from that region in Ireland are known as lily whites, which is ironic. Oh, sweet irony.
I'm from Wicklow.
John, how long have you been playing the bass guitar?
About 15 years now, Deathwalker.
Uh-huh.
It's been an interesting experience playing that bass.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I could do better, you know, yeah. But all in all, it's been a pleasurable experience.
Looking back on your experience with Cruachan, it probably fills you with a lot of desire to pull my tubes.
Can I?
No, it's very expensive.
It's expensive. Oh, it's you, Keith. Keith was messing.
Purcell, you've just joined Cruachan. Are you happy to join us?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the experience or the experiences that will be coming up over the next few months. I've known Cruachan's music and I've listened to Cruachan's music for pretty much since the band has begun anyway, so I'm pretty familiar with it. So I'm looking forward to actually getting to be part of it and playing live, especially abroad.
Cool.
How are you? Just going to talk about this is an instrument that Keith here again, just going to speak about this instrument, which is unique to Irish traditional music. This is called the bodhrán. It's a drum made from goat's skin, stretched goat skin. It's used throughout all traditional music in Ireland. It's basically just a simple, dull kind of beat used to keep rhythm. It's played in it's a strange kind of technique when you're playing it. I'll give you a little sample now. There be no woman in Arrowtown, a woman who ought the well. She dearly loved her husband and another man twice as well. Me right, Finnegan Ario, me right, Finnegan Wall, me right, Finnegan Ario. We're taping it up to Nancy. She went down to the chemist shop, some remedies for to buy. Anything in your chemist shop can make the old man blind. Me right, Finnegan Ario, me right, Finnegan Wall, me right, Finnegan Ario. We're taking it up to Nancy. Oh, give him eggs and marrow bones and make him suck them all. Before he has the last one sucked, he won't see you at all. Oh, me right, Finnegan Ario, me right, Finnegan Wall, with me right, Finnegan Ario. We're taking it up to Nancy. She gave him eggs and marrow bones and made him suck them all. Before he had the last one sucked, he couldn't see her at all. With me right, Finnegan Ario, me right, Finnegan Wall, with me right, Finnegan Ario. We're taking it up to Nancy. And that's the bodhrán.